Alright guys, so today's video is going to be a backtest on the 2-minute chart. So I've done a similar video on the 5-minute time frame before, but there's been increasing popularity on the 2-minute time frame for various different reasons. So it appears the 2-minute time frame on trend days, where the larger time frames won't capture those momentum shifts. The 2-minute time frame will capture a few due to the smaller time frame. And then on choppy days, it actually can give you some signals as well. So it looks like it has more utilization, more signals. And so I'm going to do a backtest today. I'm going to do that over the last 5 trading days, so the equivalent of a week. So I'm going to go back to last Wednesday. We'll start from there. So we'll do, well, I guess we didn't, the markets were closed Monday, so I'll actually do Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so 5 days. And then I will be putting all the accuracy here on the right-hand side. First of all, I want to go through some criteria. Excuse me. So we're only going to be entering SMT indicator trades, nothing else. But in order to mitigate potential false signals and increase our probability of success, we're going to be using some criteria. All these criteria come from the Z strategy. So these are all tools that I've been using in my trading and I discuss at length on my page. So first we're going to use the indicator as well as the fib levels it comes with. And then we're going to use key levels, which I can grab from another indicator. That is free on TradingView, and then supply and demand zones, and then finally we're going to use intraday support and resistance. We're only going to enter on candle closes, and our stop loss is going to only be above or below the 21 EMA. This is just to keep things simple, and on the 2-minute time frame, the 21 EMA is going to stick a little bit closer on the 5-minute time frame, so that's okay. And then in order to prevent false signals or getting the signal reversing on you, we're going to have some criteria. So if the candle closes right below VWAP, 200 EMA or supply zone supply zone bottom, we're not going to take calls, and the inverse is true for puts. So if we close above VWAP, the 200 EMA or demand zone top, we're not going to take puts. So this is to ensure that we don't, because if you have a really strong resistance above you for calls, that's not a good move to get in there. Same thing if you have a really strong resistance below you, you don't want to take puts because that could provide kind of like a level for the price to reverse. So let's begin. This is a completely bare chart on TradingView. This is a 2-minute chart for SPY. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I add. So first thing, I'm going to add my indicators. So I use the default MACD that's in TradingView. I like to keep an eye on that. I also use VWAP. Again, the default one set in TradingView. I'm going to go into my settings, disable bands and band fill, and then we're going to make that orange. And then I also use, so this is going to plot our key levels. It's called BB Indicator by Jacidinho or something like that. So we're going to use that. It's going to plot our key levels. And then we're going to add my scripts, so the SMT indicator with fibs, and then the additional SPY fibs. So there you go. That's what I add on my chart. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to block off the last 5 days of price action. So we're going to hit the replay button. We're going to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are you lagging? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of price action. And then we are going to go to the 15-minute time frame and plot our supply and demand. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to plot my supply and demand zones. I'm going to rush through this because this video is already going to be incredibly long. So I go over how to draw my zones in the pre-market prep videos and several other videos. So I'm not going to explicitly define each one of these levels and why I'm drawing them the way I am, but let's get some below. And then above. Okay, these are really rough. I usually draw them a lot more precise, but let's just do that. Okay. Now let's go to the 2-minute time frame. Okay, well, that was not supposed to be like that. Okay, here we go. So we have everything drawn out. We're going to start the price action. It looks like we already had a signal, so let's just skip to that. Okay, here we go. We got our first signal. So I would enter calls here. You can see that we bounced right off of this demand zone top, which is really nice. I would enter calls here looking to take my profit at the 200 EMA, and my stop would be a close below the 21 EMA. We end up hitting our target, so we'll call that a 1 for a win. I'm going to skip through candles for the sake of time. Okay, here we go. So we have a second signal here. This is a sell signal. As you can see, that we're right next to this strong support here. So I'm going to take my profits for puts or short right there at the bottom of this demand zone. So I'm going to enter my puts there, looking to take profit right there. Stop again above the 21 EMA. There we go. That hits. So we get a 1 there. Okay, looks like we're getting close to a potential signal. Maybe. Yep. Okay. So here we have a signal right there. With this kind of these strong wicks showing buying pressure, I probably would honestly just look to take this to the candle bottom and then just get my profits there with a stop above the 21 EMA. Okay, that one is stopped out, so that is a 0. That is a loss. And you can see, like, if you enter here and you get stopped here, it's not a horrible loss. That might be 20-30% on 0 DTEs. Maybe actually, it'll probably be less. It might be like 15% on 0 DTEs. So not the biggest loss there, which is good. Okay, let's see here. Alright, there we go. So right here, you can see that we have a buy signal. So right away, the thing I see right here is we probably have a really strong resistance at this daily high. You can see from this huge wick, and then you could, if you want to be safe, probably take it to that resistance level. Take your profits there, but if you see strength, continue to the daily high. And stop, again, it's going to be closed below the 21 EMA. Oh, wow. Okay, that blew through all of that stuff, so that's nice. A good profit. Let's take that as a 1. And let's continue. Rejection off that demand zone. So yeah, so that's why I wait for candle close. You can see that there was a signal there, but it ended up going away, so. Might be getting close to a signal. Okay, so you have a signal here. You can see there's a huge way to go before any key level, so let's be smart. I'm not going to enter looking all the way for pre-market highs, so we can find the next level of support resistance. You can see here, this is a really strong intraday level. You can see that we wicked off of it 1, 2, 3, 4 times here, 5 times their support. So I would just look to scalp to that level right there, and then a stop below 21 EMA would be my take profit or my stop loss. Right? Take my profit right there. It's a 1. Oh wow, what happened here? Massive run up. I'm not seeing any more signals. Yeah, that might be it for the day. Okay. So, I'm just going to switch to the 30-minute chart so I can skip through this pre-market, which I don't care about. Oh, big gap down here. Okay, hold on now. This is a little bit crazy. I did not mean to do all that. Okay, so let's go to our 2-minute now. And let's see what we can do. That's a bearish formation. Let's see what happens after. Yep. Yeah, that, my friends, is a bearish abandoned baby. Been seeing those everywhere. Looks like some chop here. Oh no. Well, you can see actually, this is a nice loss here. You would have entered calls there and you would have got, well, actually, you know what? Technically, we're not closing below the 21 EMA. So, enter calls here. You're taking your profits at the top of this supply zone, and a stop is a close below the 21 EMA, which we probably honestly, after this candle will happen. Yep, I am surprised. Wow. Okay, so that actually worked. Surprising. All right, I'll give that a win. That's why I like candle closes below levels. We never closed below the 21 EMA, but this is a pretty scary candle. Probably would have hit a lot of people's percentage stop loss, those hard stops. So, okay, might get a potential reversal here. Let's see. lot of back and forth here. Here we go. Okay. You can already see what I want to do right here, right? Like, you're going to enter puts here. You're going to be looking to take profit at this level right here. And your stop is going to be a close above the 21 EMA. All right. Stop right there. Okay, slow down, slow down. So this is going to be a loss right there. Actually, a pretty big loss. Okay, so again, this is what we said, like, for puts here, I don't take puts. This is part of the criteria. We're not going to take puts here because you see the 200 EMA is right there. But if we close below the 200 EMA on the next candle, we will take puts. So let's see what happens on the next candle. Nope. And again, we did not close below. So we need that close below if we're going to... Okay, here we go. So now we close below, so we're just going to enter puts, looking to take profit right there at that intraday demand zone, or support, and then close. Stop is a close above the 21 EMA. Boom, there we go. Let's get our win there. Okay, so we're going to enter calls here at the close of this candle, and we're going to look to take our profit. We'll just look for just the top of that candle again, and then a stop is going to be a close below the 21 EMA. There we go, we take our profit. This week was honestly really hard to trade. This price action is really difficult. Oh no, what have I done? Okay, let's go back. There we go. Okay, you can see that we have this bearish candle. Right away, what I would do is I see a really strong support right here. I would draw that in, and I would just look to take my profits at that next support level. You might see it go all the way down to the 200 EMA if it can crack through that. Close is a stop above the 21 EMA. Boom, we take our profits there. And it even goes further than that. And even further. Oh, okay, so I remember this day. This was on the 5-minute chart. This worked a lot better because I think on the 5-minute we just closed below the 200 EMA, so I took this all the way down to VWAP. But on the 2-minute, okay, so this was where we just dumped all day, I think, into close. Yeah. Cool. Well, if you took that and held, that's a nice little gain. So that's the second day. This video is going to be so long. I'm going to go to the 15-minute or 30-minute. I don't think we need to draw any zones. Yeah, let's just skip through this. Alright, let's go to the 2-minute chart. And then let's go right there. Alright, so this is the start of the day. This is last Friday. So we wait for the candle close. That was a false signal. Just a dump. Surprisingly did not go off there. It must have been one of the criteria not met. There we go. Very nice. Get the sell signal. Right away you can see what I want to do. I'm just going to take this to the bottom of this demand zone. Stop is going to be closed above the 21 EMA. There we go. We take our profit. Let's continue. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. So this is where I go in my criteria. If you see VWAP right here, this is honestly not, so a few things here. We're very extended, just straight green candles. We're in a zone, and there's like a double resistance here, the top of this zone as well as VWAP. I would not take this. I'm going to omit this. So whenever this is exactly what I was talking about as our criteria. So we omit the signal, we don't count it. And of course, VWAP is usually, if we reject like that off of VWAP, it's, you can potentially see reversals like this. Okay, again, we see VWAP up here, right? So we enter calls. Now we have a lot more room here. So right here is where this candle closed, right? So we can enter calls looking to retest VWAP. Here, we were so close to VWAP, it didn't make sense. So we're going to enter calls here. We're looking to retest VWAP, and we're going to stop on a close below the 21 EMA. honestly, I would take my profits right there just because it's so close to VWAP. There it is. Okay. So green. Oh, oops. Anyway, I keep skipping just because this video is taking forever. Sell signal right here. We're going to scalp this to the bottom of this zone. Stop on a close above the 21 EMA. Take our profits right there. Again, I'm not taking this. This is even better case. Right there is VWAP. And now if we can close above VWAP, but even then I see, you know, top of zone resistance, 200 EMA resistance. I'm not taking this. So this is one of our criteria where we emit the signal. And look what happens. Yep. So it's a good way to avoid false signals. Okay, I like this. So again, we are going to enter calls here, looking for a VWAP retest and a close below the 21 EMA is our stop. I would take profit as soon as we hit right there. It's basically VWAP. Man, this is tough, right? I would take my profit there, but the criteria is the criteria, so I'm going to call that a loss. Oh, nice. Oh, see, it went away. Awesome. That's why we wait for the candle to close. And this one stuck. Cool. So honestly, I would just look to take this. If we can crack through that support, I would look to take this to the next fib level right there, and the stop is a close above the 21 EMA. Okay, we're stopped out. Cool. So that is another day. Let's go to the 15-minute chart and see if we need to update our zones here. We do. We now have some additional zones we can draw. This low of day zone and the high of day zone. Let's go to the 2-minute. Actually, while I'm on the 15, I'm just going to skip through all this pre-market stuff. Alright, let's go to the 2-minute. Okay. I'm curious to what we're at right now, so let me just delete these two. I have a feeling it's not going to be that good, but let's see. 73%, it's not bad. Okay, let's continue and see what we get. Okay, see, when I see something like this, where I see there's absolutely nothing here, I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to find something I can draw. Because let's go back to the 15-minute time frame. Because I did not realize we were missing zones down here. So let's grab some zones. Get to high of day zone right here, low of day zone right there, low of day zone right there. Okay, that's better. Now I have some criteria down here, so I got something to look at. And then let's go back to the 2-minute. There we go. Damn it. I can already see what I was... So, okay. We get this buy signal. So right away, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take this to the daily high, right? So we're going to enter calls right here, and we're looking to test the daily high. That's our profit target, and a stop is a close below the 21 EMA. We end up testing that daily high and pushing through it, so... Oh man. Right here, off of this, so in all reality, if I were to take this put scalp, I would just look to take it back to the daily low, but you do want to see it hit that demand zone top, ideally. So we do hit that, and then we will get the win there. This was the trend day. Yeah, this is crazy. This is ridiculous. Okay, so we get this sell signal right here. So you could take it straight to the bottom of this demand zone. That is technically the next target, but I do want to potentially try to take it to this strong support here, close to the daily low. So we're going to enter puts there, and then stop is going to be close to above the 21 EMA. I would take profits right there. But either way, if you stayed in, you would hit that second target. So let's do that. And then it just continues to dump. And actually, you see here that we never really closed above the 21 EMA. So if you wanted to stay in, you could have all the way down to this next fib level. And then we reject the 21 EMA again. And you could have even held all the way to this next fib level. This is a very big downside move. Okay, here we have, okay, we got a call right there. So honestly, I would just look to, because it's a really bearish day, I would just look to scalp that to that resistance right there, close below the 21 EMA is my stop, and stopped. Okay. No. Okay, you can actually already see, I'm just going to let it go. So you can already see here, we enter calls. This was our next resistance. That was our target. We hit it before closing below the 21 EMA. So give it a 1. Oh, this was nice. Okay, again, we see this bearish close here. What I would do is, because I wouldn't, there's nothing, there's a huge gap between here and the top of this fib level. I would just look for the next strong support. So you can already see that that is one of them, and then you could even do that one as the second one, and then you just close above the 21 EMA as your stop, and then we already hit that level, and we hit the fib level. So we actually hit both of them, so that's a win. And okay, oh god, alright, so how long is this video, man? 22 minutes? Okay, so let's go. We're on the 15-minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and just draw the zone that we're going to have anyway. And then I might need to, I'm going to have to grab some more zones because we're so far down now. So let's see what we can get here. Okay. Zone here. Zone here. Zone there. I think that should be good for now. Let's just use those. Let's go to 2-minute. What the hell is that price action? Okay. I should have skipped this on the 15-minute time frame, that's fine. Nice, okay, so we're entering calls here. You can already see we had an intraday resistance from a previous day, so that's going to be our target. We're going to enter calls there, looking to take that as our target, and then a close below 21 EMA is our stop. It goes through that and even hits this demand zone. At this point, you need to take your profits, so we're going to consider that a win. Oh. I'm trying to time this so that I don't see what happens, because then you can say that I'm being biased. But whatever. So I would actually look for low of day as my first target here. I would enter puts and then close above the 21 EMA as my stop. I'm looking to take those puts to low of day. And as you already saw, it goes to the next demand zone. So, all right. some terrible price action. Oh, is this today? Yeah, this is today. Okay. Alright, there we go. You can already see I'm looking to take this down to this next level right here, and then the stop is a close below the 21 EMA. Wow, okay, that actually worked really well. Holy. Alright, so we never even closed above the 21 EMA. This just dumped straight to VWAP. I wish I was playing this on the 2-minute time frame. That's incredible. There's this goofy out price action, bro. Okay. Whoa. Alright. I'm just going to look to take these calls to the bottom of this demand or supply zone. Stop, our usual stop. Oh, okay. Well, day's over, so that doesn't matter. That is it. So let's see how we fared. We had 24 trades over the course of a week, and our accuracy is 26, 79.17%. I am impressed by this. Okay, cool. So this is basically my win rate, you know, not just with the indicator, but everything. So this is awesome to see. Walk you through trade by trade. So just following some things from the Z strategy, 79.17%.